Is putting tattoos wrong or not? When considering whether getting a tattoo is wrong or not, it's essential to weigh several factors, including scriptural interpretation, sociocultural context, and medical consequences and impacts. Tattoos have been a form of self-expression and cultural tradition for thousands of years, but their place within religious contexts, particularly Christianity, has been a topic of debate. While the Bible does not directly address tattoos as we understand them today, some Christians reference a passage in Leviticus to argue against them. Let's look at Leviticus chapter 19 verse 28, NIV version. And it states, "Do not cut your bodies for the dead or put tattoo marks on yourselves. I am the Lord." This verse is often cited by those who believe that tattoos are contrary to biblical teachings. However, interpreting this verse requires an understanding of its historical and cultural context. During the time when Leviticus was written, tattoos were often associated with pagan religious practices. The prohibition against tattooing may have been intended to set the Israelites apart from neighboring cultures and their religious rituals. It's important to note that the verse specifically mentions not marking oneself for the dead, suggesting that the concern may have been related to the mourning or honoring the deceased in a pagan manner. Furthermore, the laws and commandments outlined in the Old Testament, including those in Leviticus, were given to the ancient Israelites as parts of their covenant with God. Many Christians believe that with the coming of Jesus Christ, who fulfilled the Old Testament law, they are no longer bound by those specific regulations. Instead, they looked to the teaching of Jesus and the New Testament for guidance on moral and ethical matters. In the New Testament, there is no explicit mention of tattoos. Christians often draw principles from passages such as 1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 19 to 20, which emphasizes the importance of honoring God with one's body, and Romans chapter 12 verse 2, which encourages believers not to conform to the patterns of this world, but to be transformed by the renewing of their minds. Attitudes towards tattoo among Christians vary widely. Some see them as a legitimate form of self-expression and personal adornment, while others may have concerns about their associations with worldly cultures or the permanence of body modifications. Ultimately, whether getting a tattoo is considered bad according to the Bible depends on individual interpretation and conviction. As with any decision, Christians are encouraged to prayerfully consider their actions, weighing their motives, the potential impacts on others, and whether it aligns with their understanding of biblical principles. Additionally, seeking guidance from spiritual mentors and engaging in open dialogue with fellow believers can help navigate complex issues such as this within Christian worldview. This video explains these questions in a biblical context, but it can also be approached in other contexts that can be more appealing. Consider checking the next video for socio-cultural context and medical consequences and impacts to get the point. Don't miss out to learn facts with universal facts. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell to be prompted when we drop another fact.